Alright, time for another video. What is this one going to be? Fraudstappen versus Ben 10? Look, this whole Fraudstappen... You see, man, this is the thing with Fraudstappen, man. This guy still does not even realize that F1 ran defense for his fraudulent championships to keep the value of the product, to keep the efficacy of the product, and now he's popping off with the boss of the operation. Fuck the boss of the operation, the president of motorsports. He's popping off because the president of motorsports said, "Okay, look, y'all swearing a bit too much on the radio, on the team radios." Team radios are going out to the public. Most people are watching the broadcast when the cars are out on circuit. Just try mind the language. And he's had a whole fit about it. And now he's cussed in the presser because he got too comfortable. Like I said, this man didn't got too comfortable. Alright? Now he's cussed off in the presser. And all of a sudden, we're supposed to be on his side or what have you because what? Has he got community service? The funny thing about the presses is who is watching the driver presses really? Because I'm not watching the driver presses because I'm a seasoned fan of F1, as it were, seeing these things. There's not much to glean from there. I'll see what gets printed or what gets talked about. If I need to hear how something was said, I can probably fish it out in modernity. That's how things are. So the presses are not for me. Going by anecdotal experiences, I don't believe other seasoned F1 fans are watching the presser. So who are the pressers for? The journos? One. Two, for for new fans, and by proxy of being for new fans, for the youngins. It's for the youth. Because when you're youthful, when you're new to something, everything is novel. You want to drink in as much information as you can about it if you actually become a fan of it. And so the driver presses will actually be for new men coming to the sport. And of course the journalists will report on what goes on in there because, well, you've got to keep the engine ticking over. But, well, you're on display. You're on display, bro, safe. At that moment, you are portraying an image of what the sport wants, of what the sport wants, quite literally. And this is in a composed setting. So if you're now cussing in the driver press, yeah, you're gonna get community service, bro. You're gonna get community service. The whole retaliation with keeping the answers short and all that's cute. Whatever. I don't mind that. I'm pretty sure it's childish, to be frank with you. But at the end of the day, it's not really a problem. You can actually have that as a Kimi Raikkonen. Kept his, if the answer needed to be short, he kept it short. Right? There have been drivers that have spoken like that, so that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. But, well, to throw a fit about it, this is childish, man. To throw a fit in the first place is a bit childish. Oh, I'm gonna hold my own presser outside. Okay, now the journos are gonna follow you because you're the reigning world champion. Brother, they're not gonna have to follow you next year if Lando Norris were to win this championship. Plus, I don't even bother looking at the points difference, whatever. But if Lando were to win this championship, He's not going to be able to hold his own press outside next season. And there's still some season to go. Play your cards carefully, homeboy. Ben 10, he'll pull the plug on even this season's championship for all you know. He'll pull careful, homeboy. Goddamn. Over some petty shit. Like, stop cussing on the radio as much, brother. Yuki been told to. This is why I keep having to talk about Yuki. Yuki's been told to stop cussing on the radio. Like, it's not. Yes, we get it. The teams are swearing. Oh, have you watched Drive to Survive or some shit? The team's definitely cussing in the background. Yes, but well, F1 is going out to the public. There's times where the showrunners would prefer that the drivers don't cuss. Things that, for context with the audience, they'd like to play the radio. But it's gotten to a point with the F1 where most of the radio is beep, 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 beep. And all of a sudden, one little change got made, and so much of the radio was cleared up. They're playing so much of it. I think F1 was better when there was no radio at all. But anyway, probably a niche opinion, that one. You see, Sir Lewis Hamilton can make the unholy alliance with Maximilian to stick a knife in Ben 10 over this language issue. But they're not going to win. They're just not going to win. I mean, you see, this thing is bigger than just the drivers and what have you. What makes anyone think that all the sponsors aren't having a word in Ben 10? Hey, could you get the drivers to swear a bit less? You know how brand is associated with the products over here. See if you could get them to just, tone it down a bit on the cussing. That would be great. Do people really think these conversations aren't being had in the background? You see, Bernie ran a tight ship. F1 teams and their personnel, there's various vulgarities that get said in the back rooms. But none of that went live. None of that went live. Maximilian don't really get it. He's coming to the space failing to realize that, oh well, people that came before him somehow managed to have a specific image projected of them from the TV with the radios playing. There was no cussing or any of that. It might have been here and there. But it was never really the case that most of the radios was just bleeping. Nowadays, though, with Fraudstappen as the face of the product, a whole raft of shit happened. A whole raft of shit happened. Fraudstappen is still unaware that F1 played defense for him. Jesus, man. If you could apply the defense that was played for Maximilian to any rugby team, you win every World Cup for the rest of time, honestly. Honestly, if the Springboks had the defense that was run for Maximilian after 2021, after the 2021 kerfuffle, I mean, we probably would have beaten Argentina in Argentina. It wouldn't have mattered that Lebok missed the kick. Goodness me. And he doesn't get it. He doesn't realize it. And neither do the Mandim. Can't be siding with the if you're F1 first, then you can't be siding with Maximilian, honestly. There's a product to uphold here. But anyway. Anyway, that should be the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Peace.